Welcome to my BARLATES Body Blitz workout of Hamstring Challenge. For today's workout, all you will need is an exercise mat. Okay, let's get started. I want you to put your feet approximately hip width apart, stand really nice and upright, try to engage your thigh muscles right from the beginning, and we're just going to go down and up. So you're keeping the back of your legs really straight. Make sure that your spine is really straight here. Don't curve down at all. And what you're doing is at the top of the movement, you're pressing your hips forward to engage your hamstrings. So the action is from the hips. It's not the arms swinging around. It's just your hips pushing you all the way up. Squeeze your glutes at the top. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now side to side. And what we're doing is as we're getting a bit warmer, we're reaching behind that foot. Side to side, still keeping our legs completely straight here. So stretching through the back of that leg. If you're finding this too uncomfortable, you can stay up a little bit higher. But if you can, really lean your hips to the side and reach behind that heel. Just warming through the back of that hamstring. This is simulating a deadlift, but obviously without weight, it's a lot gentler. Just warming up the back of that leg and the glute for 4, 3, 2, 1. Now fingertips on the floor. If you can't do this due to lack of flexibility, bend your knees. Otherwise get a chair to hold on to or even a yoga block. I'm going to put my fingertips on the floor and I'm going to start to pulse my glutes down towards the mat. Now it's very important here that your knee is not jutting out over the front of that toe and that you don't have a lot of weight in your hands. In fact, you should be able to take your hands away. What you're trying to do is to load all your weight into your heel so that you feel it in the back of that hamstring and in your glutes. So your legs are approximately the width of your mat and you're really trying to keep your back nice and straight. Don't curve your back like this. Keep it straight. That's going to engage the front of your legs and the back of your legs. You should already be starting to feel a burn there. So just bouncing down slightly. I'm going to turn again for 4, 3, 2, 1. Now switching your toe up. So staying low, looking down at the ground in front of you and switching your heel up, trying to make sure that you're still keeping your leg in line so that shin is always in line with the toe. Switch up and down. Keep your glutes low. You'll feel this in your quads as well as your hamstrings. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Now up on both heels and pulse down again. This is a burner. Major burner, so not long. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Straighten out, wiggle around, trying to get that lactic acid out of your quads. The quads are a large muscle group, so they'll always try and take over. So we need to make sure that we're really sinking our hips back in order to engage the hamstrings. Come back down. Now we're going to go releve, straighten, flat, down. Toes, straighten, flat, down. Try not to rock your body around too much. You're really trying to use your legs to power you up and down here. And it's very controlled. Up on your toes, straighten. When you straighten, make sure you squeeze your entire leg. Straighten it. It's like you're pushing your knee back. So imagine behind your knees, you're pushing back. And once again, not too much weight on those hands. I know it's tempting to really use your arms here, but we're trying to load the weight in those heels. Down, up. Up on your high tippy toes. What we're doing is stretching as well as strengthening the hamstring. Just 4, down, 3, down, 2, down, and 1, down. Now we're going to put one foot in front of the other. Doesn't matter which one, because we'll work the other side. Just squeeze your fingers like this, because if you put too much weight in your fingertips, it might hurt. You can also make fists, it's up to you. And we're going to come down and up with that back knee. Now you'll notice my knee is still not in front of that toe. I still have my back flat. You totally lose the engagement in your hamstrings if you're rounding your back like this. So if you need to stay up higher in order to keep your back flat, then please do that. Or use that yoga block, as I said. If you can, come all the way down. What you're doing is making sure that both your knees are coming to 90-degree angles. You're actually tapping your knee, your back knee slightly to the ground. Down and up, down and up. So you're also thinking about, on the up, stretching that knee back. So it's stretching through the leg as well as loading all of the weight in that hamstring. So you're keeping your weight in your heel. You should even be able to lift your toes on the up. In fact, start to do that now, because you'll feel it more in that hamstring. Pushing back, back straight, tummies in for 4, 3, 2, 1. Now coming down, come up on that toe and up. So now you're up on that toe, which means you have a larger range of motion. Down and up, down and up. You're pushing your hips back on the top, at the top of the movement. Down and up. Really think about lengthening at the same time as engaging all of those muscles, especially in the front leg. Breathing deeply throughout. Keep your neck nice and long. Look down on the floor for 4, 3, 2, 1. Now coming down flat, what we're going to do is walk our hands forward and bring that leg in the air. We're coming down, crossing our ankles and shooting it up. Cross your ankles, shoot it up. So it's almost like you're in a down dog position here, and you're loading all the weight in that heel. So try not to put all your weight in your hands, but keep it back over that heel. Cross the ankle, shoot it up. You should really be feeling that now in this hamstring, because we've had that weight in the hamstring for a long time. Down and up for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now come back down, cross your ankles, come up on that toe and just pulse here. Pulsing, really thinking about sinking your hips back for 4, 3, 2, 1. Sink your heel down, extend that other leg long, and we're going to do glute extensions. So at the moment your toe is pointed and your knee is turned out towards the front slightly. So this other leg, you're using this opportunity on your supporting leg to stretch it out, give it a bit of a break, just pushing the moving leg up to the ceiling. 3, 2, 1. Now flex that foot. And same thing with a flexed foot. Really thinking about pulling in as well as pushing out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Then in for 3 and out. 1, 2, 3, out. Squeeze in and out. Get your heel right to the glute. 1, 2, 3, and out. 1, 2, 3, out. Just 2 more sets. Last set, out. Now twist your hips so they're both facing the ground, kneecap to the ground, and up. Little glute raises. Really extending that leg long. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now bending your leg and up. trying to really extend. You're still trying to stretch through that supporting leg. I know it's hard, and as I said, if your flexibility doesn't allow you to do this, please get a yoga block or even hold on to a chair. 4, 3, 2, 1. Ouch. Bring that leg down and try to stretch, hang yourself long and stretch your chest towards your knees. So you're just trying to stretch out the back of both of those legs, stretching long. And now we're going to bring the other leg in front. So I'm just going to turn around. And we're going to bring, I've got to remember which leg I had in front, the other leg in front. Don't work the same leg twice. And once again, we're going down and up. Starting off with that flat foot. Once again, thinking about your heel carrying all your weight. Fingertips very lightly on the ground. And you're pushing your weight back, your hips back on the up. So really think about stretching through that leg as well. Yeah, in fact, stretching through both legs on the up. Hold your tummies in, look down at your mat, don't look at me. Don't jar your neck. Up, up. So you're really thinking about that hamstring at the front there, carrying all the weight, pushing your body back, up, and stretching out as well. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now coming down and coming up in a releve on the front leg and continuing on with that same movement. So that releve, once again, just increases the range of motion. You should really be feeling this. I can definitely feel it. You're still pushing back at the top of the movement. Really thinking about keeping your back straight. Don't round your back. Neck nice and long. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Foot flat again. Coming forward, crossing those ankles, down and raise up. So you're crossing your ankles and then kicking that leg up. It's in a turned out position. And also thinking about straightening, bending and straightening that supporting leg. So once again, the weight is in the heel of the supporting leg. Up, up. This is a real hamstring fryer. If you're not feeling this, you need to get your weight more onto your heel and not on your hands. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now coming down, and we're just going to pulse here for a while. So you'll feel this in the front as well. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now come up in releve, and we're just going to pulse here. Not many. 4, 3, 2, 1. Coming back with that leg up, in and out extensions. So you're turned out here and you are stretching through that supporting leg. You're pushing your knee to the back and you are just really trying to use your hamstring and your glute to bring that heel in close to your glutes. Tummy's in, both shoulders are facing the mat for 4, 3, 2, 1. Now flex your foot, same thing, in and extend. So really think about lengthening your leg away at the same time as keeping it up high. Do not drop that leg. So you're really thinking about bringing your heel to your glute on the in and then stretching out long, keeping it up as high as possible for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now in for 3, extend. 1, 2, 3, extend. Keeping it up high. Remember to stretch out your supporting leg, stretching the knee back, extend, extend for 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Keep it extended. Point your toe and just pulse up, and then start to rotate your hip back to the floor. So now both hips are facing the floor, and you're just pulsing up, using your glutes, stretching back in that supporting leg. Make sure your weight is still in that heel. 4, 3, 2, 1. Flex your foot, bend your knee, and up. Pulsing up to the ceiling. The closer your heel is to your glute, the more you're engaging that hamstring. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Awesome job. Bring it down, stretch it back, wiggle it out, stretch back, allow your body to hang for a bit so that you really get that nice stretch through the back there. And now what we're going to do is come up for a second, take a deep breath, and we're going to come into a lunge position, but it's a very wide lunge, okay? So come all the way down as if you're stretching out your hip flexor, and walk your toe out, then curl your other toe under. Make sure you're slightly wider rather than having your legs just behind each other, and then come up. So this is quite a wide lunge, okay? So make sure your chest is facing the front. If you want to, once again, you can bring your fingertips to the ground here. Once you've done that, you can walk your heel out further. And what we're doing is we're shifting back, stretching that heel back, stretching into both of those hamstrings. So if you find this is a little bit too wide, you can shift your feet around until it's comfortable. But it's back. This is stretching your legs at the same time as having that weight of the body distributed over both of those legs. So you're really using the muscles but also lengthening at the same time. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now flat foot, walk it in a bit, come up on that toe, and we're just going to do a little pulse back. So you're almost leaning your weight on that thigh, and you're just pulsing your leg back, rocking your hips back and forth. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Coming up, switching sides, coming back down. So that really wide stance, as if you're doing a hip flexor stretch, okay? Then making sure you're wide enough, coming up. If you can't come down with your fingertips, then hold on to a chair perhaps. Otherwise, come down, walk that foot out even further, come up onto the heel as you flex back and forth. So back and forward. So it's a really wide angled lunge here, and you're pushing through both legs on the back. Both legs are straight on the back so that you really feel the stretching of that hamstring, lengthening those muscles. Try not to put too much weight in your hands. Just keep adjusting your feet so that they're the right width to support your weight evenly. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now flat foot, bring it in, up on that toe, and just a few of those pulses back where we're actually resting our body weight on that thigh. So what you're doing is you're creating resistance with your own body weight. You're pushing back, not as far back this time. If this is too hard, keep your foot flat. You can do it flat as well. 5, 4, slow count, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, bringing it in. Once again, wiggling out those hips, bending forward, folding forward, stretching out the back of those hamstrings. And then coming up, rolling your shoulders back. Now what we're going to do is walk our feet out. So bring your legs parallel. Just walk your feet out and then just lean forward as far as you can so that you feel that stretch in the back of your legs as you're lifting and lowering those heels. If you can come all the way down, do so. Just walking that out, stretching, making sure that we're lengthening the muscle after we use it as well for 4, 3, 2, 1. Now standing in front with your feet in a turn-out position, I want you to move back, step back, really put all your weight on the back leg, then come in and back. So we're just going to float the arms through the space side to side. We're transferring our weight to the back, stretching out, really taking the time to stretch, especially those hamstrings. But we worked glutes as well, and the quads definitely. Down and up for 4, 3, 2, 1. Now come back to that one side, and what we're going to do is sweep our arms down and up. So we're straightening that leg on the up, and we're still loading a bit of weight into there on the down, stretching through, making sure the back leg is nice and straight the entire time. Don't bend that. For 4, just 3, 2, and 1. And then the other side, stepping behind and folding forward, stretching through that leg. Nice lengthening, fluid motion, down and up. Your arms would have got a little bit of a workout with this as well, considering you had some of the weight on your fingertips for most of it. Down and up for 4, 3, 2, 1. Coming back into a turn-out position, you can put your hand on your waist, and we're just going to slide forward. So pointing your toe, hips to the back. This is releasing through that hip. Down and up, lengthening for 4, 3, 2, 1. Now keep one leg forward, and we're just coming forward and back with that foot. So make sure on the back, when you're flexing your foot up, you're shifting your hips to the back, keeping that supporting leg bent, feeling the stretch through the back of that hamstring. 4, 3, 2, 1, and switching it up, back and down. Really trying to sit into it, getting as low as you can. Really feeling that stretch, flexing back hard for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great job. You've survived the hamstring challenge. If you want to rewind, do it again. Otherwise, you can always team it up with one of my upper body workouts for a total body challenge. I look forward to working out with you again soon.